Wow, there's a lot of cable. Hey guys, Rocky with Wild Edge Outdoors here. Today I'm going to start outfitting my 2022 Hobie Outback. First thing I'm going to do is install my Garmin Striker 5 Fishfinder, and the big thing is these Hobies are set up for the Lowrance transducers, and you can put these on there. Usually most people put them above the plate that's under there. I'm going to see if I can do it underneath. Even though it doesn't have side scan, I kind of like the idea of not having that plate in between. So I'm going to give that a try and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I thought I'd take everything inside to see if I can mount this. So here we've got the base plate, and here's the stuff that comes with, this all comes with the Hobie. These are little pieces that we'll use to show you how to put it on the plate above the plate. These are all parts that come with the Garmin Fishfinder Striker 5. So we're going to mix the two together and see if we can't get it to work really well. Here's the transducer, and normally this would go inside here. I believe this connects here. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. That would connect there. And then we've got arms from Hobie that fit into here. There we go. Basically, just like that. But it fell apart. And that would all be screwed together. And this, I was watching some other guy's video, and he was talking about keeping 1/8 of an inch between the bottom of the transducer and the top of this plate. And so I called Garmin and asked them why that would be, and they said they didn't know. There's no reason to do that. So you can have this sitting right on top of that plate. And actually, looking at how easy this is to put all this together, because then you got just some bolts that go in here and looks pretty simple. And then it's all protected. You don't use the up and down deal on it. My idea is to try taking this Garmin transducer. It's not made to do this, but to actually mount it down here. So then there's nothing between the bottom of the transducer and the fish. I just figured that might be a little bit more sensitive. So we're going to give it a try. First thing I'm going to do is replace this plate with this one here. See if you can see that. This is just a little nose piece that, being like this, it tucks in so it protects the nose of this thing. So we're going to replace this piece here. So the first thing we'll do, we'll just pop these two screws out. And even if you don't plan on using this plate ever again, well, don't lose it. Put it somewhere. There we go. This just kind of tucks in this way. This lip goes in there, and then it pops in like that. Then we'll throw these two screws back in here. There we go. Now this is supposed to sit right in here. So, in fact, the closer you get it, the better, I would think, just so it's like a big skid plate. Now, on the Lowrance transducers, the wire comes out up front here, so it goes down this hole. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to make a hole right in here that this can stick into. And then I got to line everything else up so that I can screw everything in where it's supposed to. And if I have this all the way up to the front, this front screw isn't going to hit anything. I'd have to put it back here somewhere. Not sure which would be the best way to go. it's already got all these holes in it right here for whatever, draining or whatever. So I'm going to look at this a little bit and see what I want to do. Well, once I figure out where this is going to go, I can either use this plate that is supposed to go right here, and then I can use this as a template for those 4 screws, or I give you this plate. This is supposed to attach to this, and then you can strap it to the bottom of a trolling motor using this hose clamp. So do I want to put it there or back it up a little bit? I'd actually have to back it up all the way to here, I think, just because there's these holes here that might get in the way of where I want to put holes. Or I bet you if I put it right here. Now, one of the things I got to figure out is, do I really want it at the bottom? Because then every time I come into shore, I got to remember to pull this thing up. If I put it on this side, which my compass has, it's on this side and it works just fine, I don't have to worry about it. I just leave it alone and it's protected by this plate. And then I take that back off. But just for fun, let's see if we can mount it to the bottom. Because I haven't seen any other ones where they mounted the Garmin to the bottom of this plate. So I'm going to go with the 4 screws. I think that's plenty. I don't need that front screw. I just need to find something to mark that with. I'll be right back. I suppose I could measure this exactly and make sure that it's exactly where I need it. But where's the fun in that? We're just going to eyeball it and get it straight. I got a pretty good eye when it comes to this stuff. I don't know if you can see that. There's one of them right there, so it's probably really hard to see. But there's one there, one there, one there, and one there. And I don't know how thick this plastic is, because they give you these little screws here. These little guys. Hopefully they're long enough to get through there. And yep, let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen, huh? Yeah, these things are so beat up, I can't even tell you what size it is. It's just a little bit bigger than the screw. It's always so much fun drilling through brand new stuff. The nice thing is, if I do this and I don't really care for it, I can just revert back to putting it on the other side of it. Just have 4 extra holes in it. That's 5, because I got to put a big hole in it for the cable. But since it's already got all these vent holes here, and there's one back here, these holes won't make any difference. Okay, now I got to kind of eyeball this and figure out where my cable, you can see this cable kind of angles back. Okay, so that's where I'm going to get the center of the hole. That's right in by these slots. I'm going to put the center of it right in here. So let's see. Yeah, I'm going to end up making a big hole here. I can tell I use these drill bits all the time. They're so dull they hardly go through plastic. Now we're just going to go with our 3/8 inch bit. That's the biggest one I have right here. Might have to get my cone bit, make it the right size. I forgot, I got to make it big enough for that to fit in, but 3/8 is plenty big enough for that. So now we'll just thread that through there and see how it lays flat. They sure give you plenty of cable. The 3/8 is not big enough for that to go through. So you can see here, there's a little bit here, this center thing is not even really connected, so I'm going to smooth that out, and probably clip off a little bit of that thing, and hopefully that'll be big enough. Okay, just got my side cutters here, and I'm going to just clip a little bit of this center piece off. Let's see if this fits. Yep, no problem. Goes right through there now. Wow, there's a lot of cable. You should make a kite of this. Okay, I can see I gotta make that a little bit bigger, that hole. And if you can see that, it's hitting. You gotta make a little bit bigger opening down here and then it'll fit just fine. Yeah, I just went and got one of these little cone bits here. That'll make short work of it. But I gotta run all this stuff back out. I'm angling it back this way because that's the way that. And just take the knife and kind of clean up the edges. Should have a vacuum all set up here. Oh my gosh. Really, guys, 5 feet of cord plan. Maybe 6. Okay, that looks like it's gonna work. Let's see if I can get any of these screws in there. Alright, I got that one started. Give you the screw and then a little star washer. Alright, that one getting that going there. Looks like the other two are lined up, but I put the holes right in here. I'm not sure if the washers and heads will fit in there. Maybe I should have moved it up a little bit. And I still can. I can just put more holes in it. You know, I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to move this up a little bit. This is engineering on the fly. In fact, I'm going to take the rest of that little piece out. This piece right here, I'm going to just take that out. It's not doing anything anyways. It gives plenty of room for my wire. Okay, well, I'm going to do that. I got to pull all this wire back out again. I'm going to take my little template again. I'm going to line them up right in here in the plate of this thing and screw it through there, because if you look on this side, it's right here outside of these two pillars, and then I should have room for my screws. Now my little holes here are going to be pretty close to the big hole that I just put in there, which now I don't need that big hole. And then I'll be screwing in right into the lip of that. But I'm committed now. Alright, let's thread it all back in there again. Now my only concern is I'm into the lip of this thing a bit and it's thicker, so I don't know if my screws are going to be quite long enough. Let's find out. And no, with the washer they are not long enough. Let's try taking the washer off. I might have to get some longer screws to make this work. Or just not use the washer. Okay, that's a bit. Let's try the other one. That also went in. You can get the back ones. Back ones I can use the washer. My screwdriver is magnetic, but that really doesn't help with stainless steel hardware. Seems to be working. There, you can see I got the wires coming through there. Got my 4 screws in. I don't know if I might go and get some longer screws so I can put those washers on. But you can see on the other side, sitting there, this little nose piece is protecting the front. Not going to go anywhere, that's for sure. So now I can use the little retractable thing. And like I said, I don't know if that makes that big of a difference. But hey, the less stuff you have in the way, the better. But I'm going to save all this hardware that I'm not using right now, just in case I want to switch it around and put it on the other side of that plate. And with the stuff they give you, it looks like it's super simple to put it in. I mean, I did it real quick, just flopping some pieces together. In order to use the retractable part of it, 6 screws. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those come out. This is the exciting part, watching me take screws out. Once again, don't lose them in case you ever want to use them again, but stainless hardware is expensive. Now, you can see that this pushes up. And I always wondered, what was the springiness? Where's the springs? It's just little bungee cords right here. That's the springy part that brings it up, and brings it back to a position. Can you see that okay? These little bungee, there's 4 of them. One's on each corner. One over here, one over here, one there. Okay, for me, to mount the Fishfinder, I'm going to mount it on the H-rail, the inboard H-rail in the track. So I got this little guy from Brocraft, and I got it on Amazon, and you'll see this is just goes into the track. It's got a little lever right here. When you pull that, it comes apart. And then I can just take the Fishfinder off. Because this is going to be mounted. This part comes with the Fishfinder, and I'm just going to bolt it on there. And these 4 holes right there, the outboard holes, line up with those 4 holes. Almost like it was made for it. Alright, let's go back outside and we'll mount some stuff on there. Hey, click the link to get part 2. Figure out how to put all this stuff back together. Hey, if you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we put out more content. Thanks.